Welcome back for another GRT price prediction analysis video, and at the time of this recording, GRT continues to hold above the 20-day MA here on the 4-hour chart, which is now acting as support for us to continue gearing up. We are also holding above a significant area of support at around the $0.15 mark, and that was after seeing this massive breakout to the upper side, flipping that key area of resistance into support. And at the moment we are now seeing a retest here on the 4-hour chart, and the moment the retest is in and a success, then I'm expecting GRT to get above the $0.2 mark in the next coming hours. And these movements here on the GRT chart have also continued to obey the Elliot structures, where you can see that after getting our significant low on the 19th of October, we saw this impulsive move to the upper side, breaking above significant areas of resistances in a move that gave us a high above the $0.16 mark, completing the formation of this Elliott wave count 1. And after seeing the formation of that first wave, whatever we expected next was a corrective structure in the formation of this wave 2. And the minimum target areas for the second wave have been highlighted on the charts using this red target area, which is an area that I came up with using the Fibonacci's, connecting the fibs from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, giving me a minimum pullback target area between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618. And that is between the $0.131 mark and the $0.11 mark, which is an area that you can see that we saw a pullback into the area, and we are now seeing a reaction to the upper side in what could be the start of an impulsive wave in the formation of this wave 3. And the minimum target areas for the third wave can be given using the trend-based Fibonacci, connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, and we get minimum target areas for the third wave, starting off with the 1:1 fib ratios at the area at around the $0.2 mark. So that is the first area we need to watch out for the moment GRT continues to give us higher prices. And the moment we break above the $0.2 mark, then the next key area, that is the next target area, lies at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.2583 mark, which is the minimum, which is the next target area that we can have in the formation of this wave 3. And once we have a high in place for that wave 3, then I will be expecting a bit of a pullback in the formation of this wave 4, then continue seeing higher prices in the formation of that wave 5 to the upper side. We also need to be prepared for a worst case scenario if by any chance the market continues to show some weakness and maybe we don't get a successful retest of this key area of support, and maybe at some point we lose it. In case such a movement plays out, then watch out for support on the 20-day MA. And if we lose the 20-day MA, then that will be suggesting that we need to get one more new low in the formation of this wave 2 within our red target area down here before we can see another reversal to the upper side, breaking above resistances and get us above the $0.2 mark. That is the alternative that we need to have in mind. And jumping to the daily chart to also give you my long-term Elliott wave analysis that I'm expecting to play out once the bull market is here. If I zoom out on the charts, you can see that last year GRT in November gave us a low down here before we saw this impulsive move, giving us a high above the $0.23 mark, completing the formation of this Elliott wave count 1. And after seeing the formation of that first wave, we saw a bit of a corrective structure in the formation of this wave 2 in a move that has now given us a low at around the $0.0769 mark, and there are high chances that we now have a low in place for the second wave, and in the next coming weeks we can continue seeing higher prices in the formation of this wave 3. And the first indication that there are chances that this impulsive move in the formation of this wave 3 is just getting started, you can see that on the daily chart we have seen a break to the upper side of this descending trend line in a move that gave us a high above the $0.16 mark. That is the first indication that we are starting to see some impulsiveness in the formation of that wave 3. And the minimum target areas for the third wave can be given by connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, giving me a minimum target area for the third wave at the fib level 1.618, and that is above the $0.37 mark, which is the minimum that we can expect that wave 3 to the upper side to do. So that is what I'm watching out on the short term and also on the long term here on the GRT chart. And I hope that video was of much help to you, and I hope to catch you in the next one.